Hey everybody, what's going on? I've gotten some questions, not only recently but also in the past too, concerning camber. Um, what that what that is on a hand cycle is your back wheels. You can either have a 0 degree camber, which is straight up and down, or a 3 degree camber, which is in slightly about 3 degrees on both tires, and that helps with stability of the bike and doing corners and things like that. But sometimes your camber gets out of whack and gets out of alignment, which can be detrimental if you're racing, and also if you're not racing with tire wear, because if it's out of camber, it's either going that way, or like this one, it's pointing inwards. It's gonna cause undue wear on your tire, and also it's gonna hold you back from, it's gonna cause more resistance while you're riding. So I purposely took these out of camber, and as you can tell, I can just flip that around, and now it's more of a outward type of thing. So yeah, with that, I'm going to show you how I adjust my camber. I'm not really sure how the professionals do it, or if there are any tools to do it or anything like that. This is just how I do it, and it seems to work for me. And I have really had no issues with it so far. So yeah, as you can see, these are out of alignment, out of camber. And if I go to the front of the bike, you can tell that it's just way off. And I am going to show you how to correct that if I don't end up knocking everything out of the way first. So let's get to it. Okay, now what I like to do first off is, I have a tile floor, so I already have lines on the floor which run straight, and that's what I'm going to use. But if you don't have that, say you're like on a carpet or something, you can take some string or whatever you have. They need to be probably about 8 feet long. That's to compensate for the length of the bike. And also, depending on what type of hand cycle you have, be a footpath about 2 feet wide. So you'll probably want to measure that out before, and you want to put one string on one side and the other string on the other side, and measure that 2 feet out apart from front to back. And you'll want to put one string in the middle, which is 1 foot long, and that should be the center point of your front tire. So I'm going to go ahead and get this lined up on my end, since I already have lines on the floor from the tiles. I really don't need to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and line this up now. front tires directly in the center. The other tires are on the other thing. And if you look here, as you can tell, that is way, way, way out of camber, because that's pointing off in that direction. And the other side as well. That's not too bad, but it's out there. So usually what I do is I will don't loosen the tire, don't take the tire off or anything like that. What you want to do is loosen these bolts that hold the axle on to the frame itself. I'm going to take those off loosen those up on both sides. Once you've done that, what I like to do is I like to take a yardstick, or it could be either a yardstick or a broom handle or a mop handle. For example, let me show you here. I can just use something like this with a mop handle. Unscrew that, and that will be my straight edge. And what you'll want to do is put it on the inside of your tire. Actually, no, you see the outside of the tire. Anyway, once you got that done, you move you over here. Let's see here. Whoa, don't want you to fall there. I really don't want to break my phone. You'll want to line that up with the hub, the inside of your rim. Let's see here. Here. As you can see, that is way out of alignment. So what I will do is turn this, and as you can tell, this thing's starting to straighten out and it's starting to go in, so it means I'm a little over. To where it looks fairly straight with the line. That string you put on the floor, or that line, what you want this is to line up directly with that, so there's even space on this side of the string and even space on this side. Because if you're in, it goes out. If you're you know, that's your track path that the tire is going to take. So you just want to play with that and get that to where you'd like it to be. And that looks about good there. And do the same thing for the other side. Get up, back in my chair. Let me get you over here. So we can do the same thing on this side. One thing I like about my chair is it has this tilting feature. I can bring the footrest up. Then I can just transfer down to the footrest and that. Well, maybe. If it wasn't so close. Try that one. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, you can. So you can tell that this side's in, that side's further away from that line than this side is. So I'm just going to bring this back. Where it looks about even. With both. There. Let me get back up in the chair. Go ahead and lower my seat. So as you can tell, that's looking a lot better. Go ahead and flip around front. I'm gonna have to move that. And as you can tell, that looks pretty good. You can also check your camber by just simply measuring. Let me put you back on the tripod here. With my hand. There we go. As here, you can either use a tape measure or a yardstick or whatever. You see right there, it's about 23 inches. Come down over here. That's 24 inches. Put this in directly into a tire. It's about 24. So yeah, that is definitely shorter than what it is down there. That means my wheels are like that. And that's what you want for stability and control. Yeah, and we are good. Also, what I like to do when I get my camber set and I'm pretty comfortable with where it is I'll come down here and I'll mark it. I'll just scratch the frame where the mark is, so that's not going to go anywhere, and that's going to be permanently there. And I'll do that on both sides. And sometimes what people will do is they'll put like a mark on this retaining ring, but I don't find that really effective because this moves, and you don't want that. You don't want to get everything set, then have it end up like down there or something, and that's really going to mess up your camber. So yeah, I'll just set those back where they were, tighten them down, and we're good to go. With the proper camber, what you will find is your ride's gonna be a lot smoother. Your tires are not gonna wear as much, and it's just an enjoyable ride. I found that I've actually increased my speed and easier to climb hills because my camber was out of whack, and I had to correct that myself, and I did that by the method that I just demonstrated. And these are 700s, and I use Tannis airless tires. These are only for training. I have 20-inch racing tires, which I do not use for training because I want to keep those as pristine and ready as possible. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what I train with, and that's how you correct your camber. I hope you found this helpful and interesting and feel able and confident enough to do it yourself. Have a good day. I find that a lot of bicycle shops really have no idea about adjusting camber and things like that because, you know, around here they don't normally get handcycles in, so they get kind of confused with that. So yeah, that's how I do it. Have a good day. Hope this helped.